if you were continuously fasting Mondays and Thursdays, so if it happened to be Thursday as 15th of Sha'ban, there is no harm in that, you can fast. Because you are not fasting 15th of Sha'ban, you are fasting Thursdays or Mondays that fall on 15th of Sha'ban. So it can be 15th of Sha'ban can be Monday, or 15th of Sha'ban can be Thursday. So that one day is allowed for you to fast if you were fasting Thursdays and Mondays before. Another hadith of Rasulullah, which is again very important hadith, which is again in all the Sunan, that Rasulullah has said the best fast of a person to get the reward of the lifetime. The best fast of the person to get the reward of the lifetime is the fasting of Ayyam al-Bid. Ayyam al-Bid is mentioned in different ahadith. Hadith in Tirmidhi, Sunan Abu Dawud, Sunan Nasai, Sunan Ibn Majah, with different Sahaba who have narrated that Rasulullah used to encourage them, and he said to them that if you fast the Ayyam al-Bid, these are the words, that if you fast Ayyam al-Bid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the reward of as if you have fasted the whole of your life. Which means, how does that work? Ayyam al-Bid in Arabic definition, it is 13th, 14th and 15th of every Islamic calendar. 13th, 14th and 15th of Islamic calendar. So Ayyam al-Bid is this. The Rasulullah has said, if you fast 13th of Sha'ban or 14th of Sha'ban, 15th of Sha'ban, 3 days, then you get the reward of 1 month. Reward of 1 month, because one good deed is multiplied to 10. So 3 fasts multiplied to 10 will be 30. And normally we have in Islam either 29 days or 30 days. So if a person is fasting 3 days in a month, 13th, 14th and 15th, then definitely he has fasted the whole month. And if he does every month, that means he has fasted the whole life. So this is the hadith of Rasulullah. Now in this, what is the ruling regarding the 15th of Sha'ban? So let's understand this now, that Ayyam al-Bid are very important days, and that is not restricted only for the month of Sha'ban or month of any Islamic month. It can be any Islamic month that you can fast 13, 14 and 15. And if you fast 13, 14 and 15, you get the reward of as if you have fasted the whole month. And if you do that every month, that means you have fasted the whole year. And if you do that every year, that means you have fasted the whole lifetime. And this is what the hadith says. Now, when it comes to 15th of Sha'ban, extreme people are there in both the sides. People who say we must fast. They are very extreme in that. And they are only, attached to 15th of Sha'ban. And they do all those kind of things which they want to do. And there are people on the other side, they are also very extreme. They say no, it is innovation, it is bid'ah, it is against the sunnah of Rasulullah, and then they fight, and shaitan is saying, look, the next month is Ramadan, I will be chained, and the Muslims have already started to jump in the ring to fight. The solution is not that. Now if you follow this hadith of Rasulullah, every party will be happy. And the best solution is, definitely I agree with those who are saying that fasting only 15th of Sha'ban and singling out 15th of Sha'ban is wrong. Because based on my research, I have already given the explanation in the last Jummah about it, and also my research says completely that there is no authentic hadith which specifically says that you have to pray the night of the 15th of Sha'ban, tahajjud, or you have to pray fast the next day. There is no such hadith from Rasulullah which any authentic hadith can be found anywhere. No, it's not there. So based on that, where did these people bring this narration. I told you it is in Sunan Ibn Majah. And they are mixing from Sahih Muslim to Sunan Ibn Majah. And this is something people, they deceive Muslims, laymen. They know the hadith in Sahih Muslim is authentic and the hadith in Sahih Sunan Ibn Majah is da'if. And even those muhaddithin, so 75% of the Islamic world is all Hanafis. And I'm talking about the Hanafi muhaddithin. Those muhaddithin who are Hanafi ulama, and they are specialized in the field of hadith, where they, give the ruling on hadith is da'if or hadith sahih. Even according to them, the hadith in Sunan Ibn Majah is fabricated hadith. It's a lie. There's no continuation from Sahih Muslim, which is continued in Ibn Majah. They say that it is inauthentic. So this is very clear that there is no evidence to what we see. So we Muslims have got tendency, big mouth, when we argue for something which we do and we know that it is wrong, we don't want to accept our mistakes, so we bring the argument. India में, Pakistan में, Bangladesh में बड़े बड़े उलमा हैं, सारी दुनिया मनाती है, सब बेवकूफ है, सब जाहिल है. In India, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, great scholars are there. Millions and millions of Muslims are celebrating this day and the night. Are they all jahil? Are they all ignorant? And only you, alim, only you know the deen? This is a tendency. We are not talking about them, we are talking about each other. You see your position, you see my position. See what I'm saying, see what you are saying. We are talking about Islam. We are talking about Quran and Hadith. We are talking about one of the pillars of Islam, which is fasting. One of the 5 pillars of Islam is fasting. And this is the prescription of Allah. Allah has prescribed fasting upon us. And we can't change this deen by you saying they are doing and I'm doing and they are jahil. And you can't change that. That's Allah's deen. And if you want to talk about that, then it should be from Quran and Sahih Hadith. And if the scholars, they say there is no Sahih Hadith, then if you don't do it, Allah will not punish you. Even if the millions are doing and you don't do it, Allah will not punish you, because you can say to Allah, Allah, there is no Hadith which I wanted to do. And these people, they are doing, I don't know from where they are doing. So that's clear. But you cannot come in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say the argument, Allah, my ancestors were doing this, so forgive me. Allah, my ancestors, all millions of Pakistanis were doing this, all millions of Indians were doing that. Allah forgive me. No. If that is the case, then why did the people reject Prophet ﷺ when he said that don't worship these 360 gods? They had no argument with Rasulullah. They only said, we found our Inna wajadna alayhi aba'ana. We have found our forefathers doing the same, we are doing it. And Rasulullah said it's wrong. So this is a wrong argument by saying that the great scholars in India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, they are doing, so we are doing. Or the majority of the Muslims in the world, they are celebrating, so we are celebrating. And if they are celebrating, that does not mean that they all are jahil. They must have proof. So I have to do that. That's wrong argument, my brothers and sisters. The argument is that even if you have one person and he tells you the Quran and Hadith, that's the argument for Muslims and nothing more. Hadith in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, Hadith in all the seerah of the prophets. On the day of judgment, pay attention to this. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise the prophets of Allah and messengers of Allah. There will be a prophet who will have few numbers of followers. There will be a prophet who will have two members who accepted his dawah. There will be a prophet who will have only one follower. And there will be a prophet who will have none. Why I'm saying this? I'm giving you the evidence that even if a person is one, alone, and he has the truth, if he has haqq, then his haqq is to be accepted. Does not matter whether he has followers or not. Are you getting my point? So argument of a majority of the people doing something that does not make Islam and that does not make halal. Does that make sense? So this is very clear. And as I said, alhamdulillah, I am living within you. I'm not living somewhere in the island where you have to, hire a special plane or helicopter to see me. I'm living with you. And if you want to know the dalil, I can show you the dalil that there is no hadith, authentic hadith which says that you have to fast 15th of Sha'Ban or pray the night of 15th of Sha'Ban. There is no authentic hadith. If millions are doing, Allah will not ask you about them and they will not be asked about you. You will be answerable for what you are doing. So based on this, I have a solution. I said, okay, don't fight. Those people who are saying there is no dalil, they are fighting. And those people who are saying that we are following the majority and they are not jahil, so they must have some dalil, so we are following them. I said no. Let's follow this hadith. You will be happy and you will be happy. And that hadith is, as I said, it's found in all the books of hadith, where Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that if you fast 13th, 14th and 15th of every month, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the reward of as if you have fasted the whole month. Then if you do that every month, the whole year, then you do every year, then the whole life. Based on this hadith, pay attention, 13th of Sha'ban, 14th of Sha'ban and 15th of Sha'ban. All are happy, yes or no? And it is from the Sunnah. So what is not allowed is singling out only Sha'ban, 15th of Sha'ban, one day. Otherwise you can fast 2 days before 15th of Sha'ban. There's 13 and 14 and combined 15 is done. Alhamdulillah. And as I said, if you were fasting Thursdays and Fridays, Thursdays and Mondays, and your Sunday, your Thursday or your Monday, if it falls on 15th of Sha'ban, you can still fast because you are not fasting only 15th, you are fasting regularly Thursdays and Mondays. So if that falls on 15th, you can do that. And that's the simple answer to that.